Konnichiwa, hajimemashite, konnihoji desu. Now, pretty much this video will highlight why the exact reason why I absolutely love playing British tanks. And pretty much this is a live gameplay right here. I am recording while I am playing the Cromwell B. And pretty much I haven't been doing videos like these ever since the replay button got rather introduced, and that was an unfortunate move that I did, and now pretty much everyone would want to kill me. But either way, that should be enough for my team to get them distracted. So right now, what I could pretty much do right here is just get my teammates to move up into a position. They've got to really push up right there. They can't sit in the back. There's one thing that I really can't resist. It's pretty much just how much bad people would try to play this game. Now, anyway, that's beside the point. Now, the Cromwell is very much one of the very most beloved tanks that I like playing in the British tech tree. Not because it's British, or not even because that I was raised with a lot of Australian relatives when I was still a lad, but pretty much I love the flexibility that the British tech tree offers, and pretty much I really won't have a mistake in playing them somehow, because it grants me that flexibility and the comfortability of using my gun depression to my advantage. Now, whatever I'm doing here is not really mainly to abandon my whole team. I'm just picking out a spot where I can snipe, because look at my hit points. I'm basically a one-shot. I really can't do anything. I wanted to do something right here, and pretty much the basic thing that I could do is just flank, flank, and flank. But either way, I think that was a mistake for me to do, and we see a T-21 right here. Hopefully we don't get spotted, and I think we don't. We didn't. My sixth sense didn't go off. But pretty much it was already too late for me to try to flank. I was as much as possible trying to do some conservative flanking, but either way, we already win anyway. And pretty much I really did bad right here, but however, at least I granted the signal of where my whole team was located. At least they were able to know what the enemy team was up to, or where they were positioning up. Got to finish him off. Amazing. And I think this ARL can just kill off the T-21. Pretty much a bad game for me right there. Now, as I was saying, the Cromwell is basically one of my favorite tanks in the British tech tree. Now, this is not the regular Cromwell, it's basically the Cromwell B variant, which was paraded during Victory Day, and I absolutely love the Cromwell B. It's a lot better than the regular Cromwell, and quite frankly, it's quite a tier 6 Comet, which basically is, it basically shares the same Christie suspension system. Now, apart from the Cromwell, there are other British tanks that I absolutely love. One of them is the Comet. Of course, it's my third all-time favorite tank in the game. Number 1, it's got an amazing gun depression of like around 10 or 12 degrees, and I couldn't really go wrong with it. It's got a decent gun. It may be low alpha, but the DPM is amazing. It's got a fast reload, and I don't really have to worry about people trying to penetrate my turret, because my turret is absolutely thick, and I can really bounce shots a lot effectively. I'm trying to do some spotting around this corner right here. I see no one, so I'm going to just push up. I'm not being overly aggressive right here. I just want to know where my team is, or where the enemy team is going. And pretty much, we see an E8, and there's the KV-1S. We can pretty much, once you spot, you should be able to get the information, or just where the enemy team is going. And just like that, I spotted the whole enemy team right over there. I put my shot at the Strunzwagen, I take a shot from the VK, and pretty much, that was some crazy spotting that I did back there. Quite nice. I'm not going to go up there, I'm not going to bait shots, I'm not some sort of British tea-putting. I'm not putting for you guys. KV-1S, amazing. Pull back before he shoots. So I'm still thinking of my avenue of shooting right here, and pretty much I think it's safe for me to try to crest around this area. try to put my shot on the VK, but unfortunately it just doesn't hit. Notice the reticle bloom whenever I try to move my turret around. That's the disadvantage of playing the Cromwell. It's got quite a very bad gun bloom, reticle bloom rather. And I see this VK, he's showing his sights. I try to get myself in a bit of a cover, but however he retreats already. And this VK and he gets finished off when our ally follows the shot. And the Stridswagen, oh, we try to finish up the Stridswagen, but unfortunately this T-29 is just gonna try to finish us off. Just gonna go around here before I get finished off and picked off like some kind of dead chicken. And here we go. We're in safe heavens now. But not for long. We've got to try to put some shots on that T-25 too. The Stridswagen is dead. I now take my opportunity to try to put some shots on the T-29. Reload. Can we try to finish him off? No, we can't. But either way, we win. And T-25-2 is our kill. Quite a bad game again. But pretty much, that's what I just enjoy doing a lot in my in tanks such as the Cromwell. I just enjoy doing a lot of spotting. And here we are back again, and we are sitting pretty in a Cromwell, but not exactly. It's a Comet. The Comet is basically an upgunned Cromwell. That's what it really looks like, basically. It's got an absolutely amazing turret. It's got a miniaturized version of the Black Princess turret, and quite frankly, it's got a miniaturized version of the 17 pounder, which is 77 millimeters. And pretty much I am alone right here. I could have opted to go to the other side, but either way, that couldn't have been really a nice idea for me, especially that it's quite hard to maneuver around in there. And we see this Comet right here. We set that enemy Comet on fire, fortunately. And now I need to try to find a way to try to dish him out somehow. Apparently he can't really shoot at me quite easily. And we can see that this Comet is positioning himself quite nicely. He can use that gun depression to somehow utilize me off. I'm hoping that that VK is not around, because we need to try to take on this Comet. Where could I possibly shoot this guy? Oh, unfortunately we see this VK, and now I retreat into the safe havens where my team could be able to shoot them from here. Quite an amazing help from here, I guess. We put a shot to that Comet, quite nice on his turret cheeks. And now this VK is just gonna want to push us. Now we're gonna make a small opening for our teammate here so he can shoot at this VK. And pretty much no one is paying attention. Quite amazing. So now I'm running out of ideas. Whoops. Okay, I guess that was quite a decent engagement right there. Somehow I was able to survive that. But either way, it seems like our team's already losing, and pretty much there's nothing much I can do except maybe try to help out this SU, but unfortunately I can't really try to get into him. Come on! Ah, I bounced off. Come on, please, please. Come on, please shot. Hit, hit, hit. Ah. Oh well. Nothing much I can do from there now. Oh, can I shoot this SC from here? Yes, I can. Unfortunately, he's in the cover. I really couldn't try to engage him. Either way I could. And pretty much, there it is. It finishes him off. Now maybe for that tiger. Yes! 1-0, come on! Yes! Yes! Oh my! That was a crack shot right there. Alright, so that was an amazing round. Not too bad. I thought we were gonna lose that. 2,637 damage, 3 kills. Alright, I'll give all my nickels for that. Not too bad. That was an amazing round. Kudos to Mr. SU152 right here. And I thought we were gonna lose that. So now, let's go try into a little bit something more over pressure. And here we are. And we are on the same map once again, and I wonder if the same scenario will happen with another Centurion on the enemy team, but this time an M46 Patton. Now, first off, one of the questions that some of you may raise is, well, of all the tanks, why the Centurion? Well, basically, it's quite a reasonably balanced tank, and it's got a gun that can go toe-to-toe with any tanks of its tier, or even on tier 10 tanks. The gun is absolutely amazing. It's got HESH rounds for paper targets, made pretty much like that AMX CDC, and I hope I could put some HESH rounds onto his sides or even his front. I don't need to like go forward or anything much like that, but see that? The Centurion also benefits from a strong turret armor that you guys saw around there. Super Pershing. Unfortunately, we bounced off. But either way, we're gonna try it again. Super Pershing is quite eager to try to put some shots onto us, and this AMX CDC just puts a shot onto the Super Pershing. The Super Pershing is still gonna want to try to take us out. He obviously wants us, so I put a shot onto him. Nope, just nope. Now it's my turn. HESH! Oh, this is absolutely why I also love the Centurion. It can spam HESH in it. And look at that, Mr. AMX CDC, it's a shot from our HESH rounds. CDC tends to look at us, wants to take us out. Either way, say goodbye to nearly all of your HP with that HESH. 1-0. And goodbye. And we see this Patton, this cheeky American Patton. Pretty much another one of the contenders against the Centurion is the Patton. The Patton benefits from a better rate of fire than the Centurion, but the problem with the Patton is that it doesn't really get an amazing gun as opposed to the Centurion, and I'm not gonna help that AMX anymore. Nothing much for me worth to engage him. Now, this is maybe what you call a bit of a cowardice, but I don't want to really engage a tank that can really outgun me in a way that he reloads a lot faster, and number 2, he's got the penetration to go through the front of my tank, and number 3, I don't really want to get taken out. I want to do more damage, so this is just some wise playing that I do in certain times. Now for this IS-3, British supremacy. Now for this Tiger 2, let's see if we can shoot HESH on his sides. Amazing. Oh my gosh. This is why I absolutely love the Centurion than most tier 9 tanks, or even the whole tanks that you see in World of Tanks. Now, it also looks absolutely amazing. It looks gorgeous. I absolutely love my Centurion. It's got a very nice sexy basket, as you can see from the rear of the turret. This tank is basically absolutely sexy. You really can't deny it. Amazing. That was a nice snapshot. Amazing British gun. 0. Unfortunately, we can't. This Pan is just gonna try to go toe-to-toe with the Super Pershing. But hopefully he fails. And I'm gonna load in Hedge just for the fun of it. And boom! Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. This Centurion is absolutely one of the tanks that I'd really recommend for someone who is an absolutely medium tank fan. Well, let's go take a look at that game. 3,015 damage, 3 kills, not too bad, amazing game. We're on the cream of the crop as well. That patent didn't do too shabby as well. Pardon my throat. I gotta drink some tea. So pretty much, that was an absolutely amazing round. So far, this video is highlighting just the exact reason why I love playing British tanks, and I haven't really played some of the British heavies, as you can see, the Chieftain, the Cairnarvon, or the Conqueror. But if I were able to feature one tank in this video, one last tank, it would be the Cairnarvon. So let's go take a look at it before I end this video. So now here we are, and we are playing in the Cairnarvon, commonly called as the Care Bear by Eric18989, who is currently my clan commander. Shout out to you, and pretty much one of my mentors as well, because basically I consider myself to be not that much good as compared to him. But anyway, I love you, man. Take care. So pretty much I am in my Cairnarvon, and technically the Cairnarvon is a heavium. What this means is that it's kind of a hybrid between a heavy and a medium. It's got quite the arm of a heavy with the mobility of a medium. And quite frankly, I consider myself to prefer a lot of heaviums. That IS-3, right, unfortunate. And we still didn't get spotted for all of our troubles right there. And bounced off. Put another shot to this IS, but unfortunately we get spotted. We don't know where their mediums are still at. And quite frankly, I don't want to get engaged against them. Pretty much the heavies on the enemy team are just the Centurion and the Panther M10. But I see that this Panther is already moving up. Maybe he can distract those tanks from us. And I see that most of their team is already in there. I gotta take the opportunity. I've got to push. No need for shooting around it. Oops. Direction, there's an SU. Now, the SU could probably HE the hell out of me. Unless if I get unlucky or something. And the IS is using a rather weak gun. And I can just use this Panther's body as my own cover. And now the Super Pershing is moving up with me. I gotta help him out. He's got... I can just make him eat all of his shots. I am going to engage this IS-3. Unfortunately, this IS-3 probably knows he can shoot my lower plate, so he chooses to engage me. And just like that, oops, a correction I guess. We finish him off. We got to finish up this IS-2. This IS-2 probably knows that I have a weak lower plate, so he's gonna engage me. Nope. Look at that. Knew it. I gotta shoot him again. I know I have a lot fast rate of fire. Come on. Rule Britannia. Absolutely amazing right there. If I do say so myself. Now it's time for this IS to get rid of. First, Mr. Panther needs a little medicine. He needs a little British colonialism. He needs more, and this IS totally needs British imperialism. Off. Yes, we can. And that was an absolute example of British imperialism right there. Let's go take a look at the after game stats. Let's see how much we did. Not too bad. 2,210 damage for a low alpha gun. Not too bad. We picked up 4 kills. We picked up a top gun and a second class. Absolutely amazing there. Kudos to Mr. Lova here. And pretty much, we managed to do quite nicely in that round. So pretty much this video sums up just how the reason why I pretty much love my whole British tanks right here, from the light Vig, which I could see as just it's just my collectible, just to make my garage look appealing a little bit. The Cruiser 2, which I mount the derp on for fun. The Valentine, which I was somehow managed to kill a leopard once. A leopard, the tier 5 leopard, and pretty much the best technique for you to dominate in a Valentine is just angle your armor like this and shoot at people. Utilize your DPM. That's it. The Crusader, which is basically the runner-up to the Cromwell, and pretty much it's my favorite tier 5 tank. The Matilda, which rather is a rather interesting tank. I haven't really played it that much, but I did have fun, even though it was slow. The Sentinel, which of course you recognize by the distinctive front machine gun. The Sherman 5, a Lend-Lease version of the American Sherman right here. The Firefly, which I consider to be quite a very nice tank for its tier. It's got a 17-pounder, and pretty much it can pen tigers all day long. Nothing much for me to sweat on, and it's quite comfortable to play, much like any other British tanks. The Cromwell B, quite an absolute fun tank. The Sentinel, absolutely fun, and it's got the distinctive machine gun again. The Comet, my favorite tier 7 medium, even a lot my more favorite than my Edelweiss. The Centurion 7/1, which is undeniably my favorite tank of the whole game and in real life. It can kill T-54s with Hesh without even turning its head 50 meters away. An absolutely fun tank that I absolutely want to keep for a long time. Absolutely amazing. Sexy, it's got a sexy basket right here. Undeniably one of the best tanks I've ever played. Or rather, absolutely the very best tank I've ever played. The FV, haven't really touched it. Churchill, quite a fun tank. Pretty much it was pretty much used in the Großen Panzer series by Darjeeling, which some of you guys in Discord may know is, well, you know what I mean. The Chieftain, which kind of looks like just a downgraded version of the regular Chieftain, but it's an interesting tank to play except from you getting shot on this spot right here. The Cairnarvon, or the Care Bear by Eric, absolutely another fun tank to play. I absolutely loved it. And of course, the Conqueror. So pretty much that was it for this video. And if you guys enjoyed it, please consider giving it a like down below, subscribe, and up next is probably the opposite of this video, why I don't like playing Russian tanks, and possibly some of you might get triggered, but either way, this is basically just my opinion, and I really feel a lot more comfortable playing British tanks. As you can see, guys, that my whole garage is ruled by the British. And thank you guys so much for watching. You've all been awesome, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video and in the battlefield.